Diane in Denmark here, rah rah rah. Look at these beautiful lilacs from the garden. Anyway, quick check-in with you today. Wednesday the 17th of May, it's my mum's birthday, and today just a few things for you. I'm going to be talking about which Flylady Zone we are working on this week. Some heirloom jewellery that my mum gave me when I was in Scotland last week to bring back for the kids. And a little bit of what is going on in Denmark right now, and I'll go through my menu plan for the week just to give you a little bit of inspiration if you need some there. First things first, let's talk about the house. We want to keep everything in balance. We're not going overboard with the cleaning. Usual thing, once a week you do your weekly upkeep clean in high traffic areas of your house. I've got lists on my blog, dianedenmark.com/printables. You can print them out, you can change them, do whatever you want with them. I've got them, the tasks here on the list, and then I can just cross them off as I do them. And remember, we are setting our timers before we do anything, like watching the internet, like right now, so we don't get sucked into the black hole. And usually I set my timer for 10 or 15 minutes, work, and then move on to a different task and or take a break. And which zone are we working in this week? We're working Flylady Zone 3, the bathroom plus one, or the room, which can be the garden shed, the garage, the basement. Just pick something to do. And remember, the lists are not exhaustive. We just want to do something and move forward. Right, talking moving forward. Fantastic weather in Denmark right now. We've had sunshine, it's very blustery, we had a lot of rain during the night, which is good for the garden. And for my zone 3 this week, I'm really focusing in on tasks on the garden. I've been repotting plants. I don't know if you can see that outside, so I can see outside the window when I'm doing my dishes at the end of the day. These are lilacs from the garden. We've got a slightly lighter coloured lilac tree in the front garden, but this is the one from the back. Look at that. And they smell fantastic. I wish we had smelly vision. And you know, looking after your home is also looking after you. If you've got some nice blooms in the garden, or maybe you can pick up something for yourself when you're doing your grocery shop, just even a little bloom beside your dressing table or in the bathroom, it just gives us that little moment of hygge, so we know that we're looking after ourselves. And on to my mum's birthday. Mum is 87 today. Happy birthday, Mum. And I said to you I would talk about Mum's heirloom jewellery. Now, she passed on some of these things when I was in Edinburgh last week. And as I mentioned in the past couple of videos, I helped Mum declutter because she couldn't find her engagement ring from my dad. And she doesn't wear it very often because she's lost a lot of weight and it can easily fall off. But she does like to wear it when she's going out, and she's got a lot of costume jewellery, junk jewellery, you know, like I love junk jewellery as well. But she couldn't find it, so we decluttered a lot of things. We went through her wardrobe, we went through books, and we went through all of her jewellery, scarves, things like that. And as I said in the video, I won't show you how Mum has got it organised because I don't want to show you where she's got her stash of stuff. But there were some things that she wanted me to take away when I came back last week, and here are the things. Something that she wanted me to have is, I don't know if you can see that there, let me see, put it on. It is a ring, and I'm not quite sure what the stones are, but this belonged to her granny. And there's the little case that it came in, it's a little tiny case. So I'm going to enjoy wearing that one. And she also had a costume jewellery ring that she doesn't wear. And I said, oh, I would like that one, Mum, because I really like it. You can see it's not real gold, the gold is coming off. But I really like the blue, meant to look like sapphire, and I know I'm going to get a lot of use of that one. So there we go. I think I'll be wearing that today. And she also had this little gold bangle. Now this is very similar to a gold bangle that my husband gave me from Hamilton's, the jewellers. I don't know if you know Hamilton's, the jewellers in George Street in Edinburgh, very fancy jewellers. And this is one that you've seen me wearing a lot, and it is gold. There we go. And this one is almost exactly the same. It's not gold, it's costume jewellery, but it's almost exactly the same. And Mum said, oh, you take that one, and I'm actually going to be using that a lot, because when we go on holiday or places where I don't want to be taking my really good bangle with me, I can have this one. So anyway, put that one on today in honour of Mum's birthday. And she also wanted my son to have my dad's gold ring. Now this is something that my mum gave to my dad, and inside you can see the initials and the date. So I've handed that on to my son. We met up at the weekend because it was Mother's Day and the kids took me out for dinner. So my son has taken that one. And also Mum wanted my daughter to have a silver little pendant that she had with a little heart on it and little stones. And that one, there's no, it's not a family heirloom as such, but she wanted my daughter to have it. My daughter really likes that and she'll be wearing that. Remember with this heirloom jewellery, try and wear it wherever you can. Don't have it lost at the bottom of a drawer or stuffed with all the other clutter. Let's make sure that we know where these things are, that we keep them safe, and that we also enjoy wearing them. So I'm going to be wearing these two today. And then moving on to this week's menu plan, I'll quickly go through that to give you a bit of inspiration. Remember, if you want my planning sheet, it's on my blog. You can customize it, they're all free, they're all templates, so you can change things around, change the font, do whatever you like with it. And I like to plan my menu in advance, so I make sure I'm using up what I have in the pantry, which is basically, as you know, this drawer here, what I've got in the fridge and what I've got in the freezer, so we're not wasting food. And I also plan for leftovers, and usually one night will be maybe a takeaway or going out for dinner. So anyway, eyes down for a full house. Fried fish and homemade fries. I did that in the air fryer, and I did that for myself on Monday. Hubby wasn't here on Monday night because he was at a book thing in Copenhagen. I don't know if you know the French author Annie Ernaux. He reads all her books. He reads them in French because we're both fluent French speakers. We worked in Luxembourg at the European Court of Justice 9 years ago. Anyway, he was in seeing her at the Danish library on Monday night. It was fantastic. And I had fried fish and chips, which was also fantastic. Cottage pie, spaghetti carbonara, steak, fries, béarnaise sauce, and salad. We'll do that the weekend. And somebody mentioned on my video the other day that they were having gnocchi with butternut squash and spinach, and I thought, oh, that sounds really good. So I've added that to my menu plan. One of the days is Miller, which is Danish open sandwiches. That's what we usually eat for lunch, but sometimes we'll do it in the evening. Rye bread with toppings. And one day this week we are out to a big fancy lunch because it's confirmation season here in Denmark, and it's not the Catholic confirmation, this is Danish confirmation. The church here in Denmark is the Danish Lutheran church, and it's linked to state. They pay church tax. I can't remember exactly what it is, it's a tiny amount. And so the church's upkeep, the buildings, all that are funded by the state. Anyway, so we're off to confirmation. And one other fun fact today, it's the final day of school for Danish school kids before they go off to high school and do other things. And they have a few traditions, of course, here in Denmark. We've got so many hygge traditions. But one of the things is called karamelkast, and that means that the pupils who are leaving school forever, they go around the classrooms and they open the door and they throw in toffees, wrapped toffees, or sometimes they'll do it out in the schoolyard. And also there's a lot of dressing up. They'll all be dressed up for the day. They will have water fights with the other school kids and with the teachers. So there's a lot of fun things going on today, and you will see everybody around and about. They're all dressed up, or they're all completely soaked. So let's hope it's a really good day for them weather-wise. It's sunny so far, so we're all good. And do you have any fun traditions in your part of the world with the end of school? They still actually have exams. They're actually on exam leave after this. But this is the final day where they are all together. And as it is fabulous weather at the moment and very blustery, great for getting laundry dry. You know, we don't use a tumble dryer. I dry usually from day to day in the basement, or at the moment I can actually get the washing out, which is great. So I'm taking the opportunity to wash my dry coats, moving things back into storage of things like hats and gloves. I've still got my scarves out because it's still a bit nippy in the morning when I'm cycling down for my skinny dip. So anyway, I shall let you get on with your day. As usual, if you've enjoyed today's video, I hope I gave you a wee bit of inspiration. Please like, subscribe, share with a friend, and all I've got left to say is live long and prosper. May the Danish spring hygge be with you. Give me another look at the lilacs, and I'll see you very good. And I'll see you very soon with a rah rah rah. Okay, bye for now.